I really like this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul Re. It's basically a 9.5 out of 10 for me because of the Juuzo versus Madam, Hinami going badass on Takizawa, and that ending. Well, I'll have to explain it later on. Yeah, Hinami, she is badass now. Like, I don't know what Aogiri did to her, but whatever it did to her, did something really awesome. Like, I know from, like, I believe the author said in an interview, like, Hinami was, like, a pacifist from, like, the original Tokyo Ghoul before the time skip to Re, and, she is now, like, this pure badass right now. She took down Takizawa like it was nothing, cut off his own hand, and before he went into, like, centipede mode, he just, like, said, like, yo, it is, like, Takizawa means business. But I like to give props to Hinami on that. She has improved since Tokyo Ghoul, and I didn't really see her as like one of those weak types, but I knew she had powers all along, and yeah, I hope we see more of badass Hinami in the future chapters of Tokyo Ghoul Re. Also in this chapter, Juuzo versus Madam. Now, we had like a really shocking reveal at the end of that fight. Turns out Madam is a man. Like, oh, like, that's creepy. That is really creepy. We thought that Madam was like this female prick of a ghoul that did all that bad stuff to Juuzo in the Tokyo Ghoul manga, and we find out it's a dude. I haven't been shocked like this since when I found out that Juuzo was actually a dude. Like from the manga, I thought like Juuzo was a female. I'm dead on serious. I thought it was a female, but when we read the chapter, we found out it was a dude. I was like, oh man! And it seemed what Madam did to him in the Tokyo Ghoul manga. I was like, somebody take out this ghoul. But thank God they took out the ghoul at this chapter. He is no more. So Juuzo finally got like the resolution that he needed. Like, he didn't actually finish him off. It was actually a bunch of his associates that finished him off. And I'm glad that dude like covered up his ears before like Madam said some stuff to him, saying like he never loved him and that kind of stuff. But I can see why Juuzo didn't want to finish off the job, because he thinks that like finishing off Madam is not going to change everything and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm glad that the Madam is dead. Now, on to the resolution of this chapter that had me dead on confused until I have to read this chapter like 5 different times. And from the end of this, I had to go and like look at some reviewers' videos earlier this week and figure out what they were thinking about.
He might have been a great person. Honestly, that whole speech at the end of the chapter 30, really got me. He's like, he sounds like he was an awesome person, but I'm not him. I'm Sasaki Hayes, and that showcases that. Looked at Hinami and realized how loved Kaneki was. Kaneki looked at Psycho and realized how loved Sasaki was. So, pretty much both personalities looked at the two main female characters on both sides and realized how loved they were.
That Sasaki is saying like, okay, look, I need to protect this girl. I need to do what I can to protect this girl. So I am okay with giving myself up and becoming Ken Kaneki again. And of course, Psycho is sad because this means that Sasaki will disappear.
Yeah, so technically that is still Sasaki there, but it turns out like if he said like he doesn't care if he like disappears. At the end of the chapter, he like told Hinami, saying like, I knew Kaneki was a good person, and then he said another part like saying he doesn't care if he disappears. And we see like Seiko, she's like saying like this, like crying out to him, and he's like, I believe he said like he's sorry or something like that. And he said like at the end like, I need the power to protect like Sasaki, my big brother Kaneki Ken. And I was like, and earlier when I read the end of this, I was like, Sasaki Kaneki? But after looking at a bunch of reviewers and like thinking about this for a while, I believe that like if he like uses the power, Sasuke's probably gonna like disappear, and like maybe Kaneki will come back with the memories. But there's a lot of like personality issues with Kaneki. Like in the earlier chapters, we got like the personalities of like normal Kaneki with the black hair, and then white hair Kaneki with the insanity of a ghoul. And he's like having like control with his personalities, and seeing that Sasuke's in the mix. But that's what makes the manga good. Like it thrills you, like figuring out like, is that Sasuke? Is that Kaneki? It's like, that's why I love Tokyo Ghoul. And yeah, I believe that like Sasuke is probably going to disappear, and Kaneki's probably going to come back. Actually, when I read it on one of the comments, which I wish I saved, it gave a good point. Like, each chapter, it seems like part of his hair, like, you know, he has black hair on the top and then white hair at the bottom. It seems like the dark threads of his hair is disappearing. It's going to be, like, whitish. So, white hair Kaneki might be coming back in the manga, and I'm probably going to be really thrilled to see that, because I'm a big white hair Kaneki fan. So, yeah, that's basically it on this review. This is a good chapter. 9.5 out of 10. So, yeah. Peace out, you guys.